What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? It's Levi Peril. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Today we got some things lined up. We're gonna talk briefly because I started the live late. I had some stuff to do for I do printing, so some people ordered some stuff, so I got things I got going on in the background. So because of that, had to start late. Had to go to Michael's, get some clothings. Had to go refill my printers with some more ink, and because of that, we're late. So I was gonna talk about a slew of things, but it's gonna have to be brief, and it is what it is, right? Even a shirt I gotta do. So like and subscribe. All right. So today we're gonna talk about WNBA. Why? Because it's the WNBA, and not too many people follow the WNBA, and I'm guilty. I'm one of them. I try watching the WNBA, but I just I get confused. I'm telling you, I end up like trying to watch it, and then my hands just flick, changes the channel, or I just go to something else. I try to do um what's that thing, replay, where they do highlights. I try to do highlights, not working. But hey, ladies, here's an applause. You guys are trying. But today we're gonna talk about the fact that the WNBA feels that they're not getting what they should be getting, right? So here we go. This is from CNBC. Is it CNBC? One of those networks. All right, let's get it going.
You've
Yep, CNBC. CNBC.
probably heard of Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in recent months, two superstar rookie WNBA players who some claim are behind one of the fastest turnarounds in sports league history.
I can't think of a time in my lifetime that I've ever felt that type of movement in the air around you of just, this is happening.
This is something that you dream about, and playing in front of these crowds and these fans is amazing.
Take a look at this chart right here. It shows the WNBA team valuations as of June 2024. The Las Vegas Aces, the reigning champions, are valued at $140 million. Just 3 years ago, the team was bought for $2 million. They won the championship the next year, in 2022, but that's beside the point. The New York Liberty are valued at $130 million. In 2019, the team was reportedly sold for $10 million to Alibaba co-founder Joe Tsai. The team made $2 million in ticket revenue in just one game this season, the most ever of any WNBA team.
Elected officials, corporate, private equity, everybody like, how do I get into the WNBA and how do I invest, and can I have an expansion team, or can I invest in a current team?
Caitlin Clark signed a $28 million Nike deal before she had even played a professional game. She has also signed with Wilson, the first basketball player to do so since Michael Jordan in 1984. Angel Reese has deals with Reebok, Beats by Dre, Wingstop, Xfinity, and many more. Despite all of this, there's been a lot of talk about the modest earnings of players. Clark's base salary this year is about $76,000. Brianna.
Whew. All right, seeing those. Seeing those. What? I mean, I understand why they're in the uproar. That's a regular salary of a normal person working. Wow, that is crazy. I thought it was more than that. I assumed they were getting at least close to 100K. Wow, crazy.
Stewart, the reigning league MVP or most valuable player, is earning $205,000. Sure, they can both make more.
Okay, those prices, those numbers kind of make sense, but this is like pennies compared to what the males get. Now I understand why they're upset. Wow. Wow. Wow.
More through bonuses or marketing opportunities with the league and can make millions in sponsorship deals. But lots of other athletes get these deals too and still receive a higher salary. For example, this year's #1 NBA draft pick will
No, don't say. Oh, damn. Yo, what? That is crazy. No wonder they're upset. You see these prices? I mean, these numbers? Crazy. Wow, my dude. No one. Yo, I have. Listen, I be cheesing too. You feel me? Ding. Golly. What? What? And that's not even a lot. That's not even a lot.
earn a $12.6 million salary before sponsorship
Ah,
deals.
The comparisons to men's leagues are always
yikes.
tough for a league that's only 28 years old. The NBA is 78 years old.
Yikes.
We've got players making significant endorsements who had zero
Listen, who's ever doing these contracts, man, somebody needs to talk to him. Like, what is going on? What is going on? Listen, even in regular college, these players are getting money. Millions. What's going on, WNBA? What is going on?
endorsements back in 2019 when I joined this league. They wouldn't have any of those opportunities if they didn't have this league to play in.
It's easy to look at other leagues and see the multi-million dollars that these folks are getting. We're going to be there one day. It's just continuing the positive progress that we've made and make sure that the sustainability of this league for the future generations is still going to be there.
The league's biggest challenge now is making its business model work while players are negotiating for a bigger slice of the pie. A monumental $2.2 billion TV rights deal with Disney, Amazon Prime, and NBC Universal starting in 2026 could change everything. The question is, will it be enough? This is Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. Third place Connecticut Sun is playing #1 New York Liberty in the Women's National Basketball Association. It's 11 a.m. on a Wednesday, and the 10,000-seat.
I gotta say something. One thing I notice when I'm watching women's basketball is this, right? So, I come from an art background. As you can see, apparel designing is an artwork, right? It's an art form. You need to understand graphic designing. You need to understand art. You need to understand. Sometimes you may have to create your own designs for a client or whatever, right? So you have to understand design, you have to understand art, you have to understand perspective and a lot of stuff. One thing I want to say is this, right? I've been watching some, women's basketball clips before I did this. And one detail I want to mention is this, and I hope whoever models these, basketball setups can realize this. All right. In art, you want to bring the eyes around. So if you have, like for example, I'm gonna let it play.
Stadium is nearly full.
There is so much energy in this arena, no matter what time of day it is.
WNBA is in its 27th season and has never experienced a year quite like this.
I remember where all we wanted was insurance all year round, to seeing where we are.
Coach White has been around the league for 25 years, first as a player and then as a coach. The New York Liberty has...
Bam, there it is. There it is. All right. So, it's going to sound so weird, but it's stuff that I noticed that not a lot of people notice. When you watch normal male basketball, right? Number one, a lot of them are very significantly tall, just like most of these basketball women players, right? But the colors they wear, if you look at the ladies, right? You can't see it. It's gonna be hard to explain. As I'm looking at them on the actual court, I'm gonna tell you what I see, right? So they don't think about engaging the field with the people watching. Male perspective, right? When we are looking at females, we see their faces. Their faces. Now, here's another thing about males. When you have colorful things around, our eyes are drawn to it, right? So, this is why I have issues watching female basketball. The court itself is designed in a certain way where I'm actually looking at the court. I can't really see them play because they're not. It's hard for me to say without being blasted. Um, Normally, it's hard to describe. Okay, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Okay, when I watch women's basketball, I don't see the women. I only see the floor, the billboards, the what do you call it? The advertising. Back to I see more of the male coach referees than I actually do the females. The outfits that they wear, I don't know, for some reason I can't connect to it. What in the world did this just turn off? Why is this turning off? Give me a second. You know, I forget. I was gonna do a shirt. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yikes! I need to turn it. All right. Sorry about that. What time is it? It's 46. I gotta get ready to go. Um, I was gonna do a shirt, but it is what it is. This is more important. Okay, so, whew, I'm sweating out here. Sweating out here. Listen, I'm trying to say it without going viral, but listen, the outfits, they're horrible. Somebody needs to rethink them. So, okay, I'm a male. I'm watching this, right? I see them playing. Let me just play it. Now I'm gonna tell you what I'm seeing, right? Okay, she's playing.
Two
My eyes is
national
not
team
even
players
going
on
to
the
her
team.
face.
MVP Brianna.
Okay, when I look at female players in basketball, this is what I see. It's like a blur to them, and all I see is I see the jersey, I see the floor, I see everything else but the actual players. I think they need to rethink the jerseys that they're wearing, not to be in a feminine, but at least have the colors muted. If not the colors muted, at least have the floor muted, because as I'm a guy and I'm looking all these vibrant colors, my eyes aren't even drawn to it. It's like I'm not even looking at the players. Like I'm literally looking at the screen that you're looking at that's slightly blurry so you can see how I see things. I'm watching the game, I don't even see the players. The numbers blur. The players blur. Everything is just blur. And then you know what my eyes do? You see how in the background you see the home, right? Of and then off. That's what I see. I see that. I see the floor. I see everything else. But I don't see the players. And I think that's one of the issues that's with women basketball. Even though they're asking for more money, but you gotta draw more people, more audience, and that's what's gonna drive them to get more, because there's more. When I watch male basketball, the males themselves, because they're males, my eyes not drawn to a feminine trait of them, so I see them. When I'm watching this, it's like I'm drawn to a feminine trait and I don't see it, so then my eyes immediately goes away and looks at other stuff. And I don't even see the players. I think they need to redesign the female basketball outfits to be not not revealing, not was a little bit more muted, my eyes would be drawn to her. I'd be like, okay, cool, that's player 52, right? I'd be like, okay, that's player 25, right? I'd see their names, right? Like the one in black. Believe it or not, even though black is a bold color, if that color was a little bit muted, I would notice it. In art, you want to be able to make sure you can draw your eyes all around, right? Here's something you don't know about my background. Watch this. You see how my color is a little bit darker, right? You see that right there? You see this right here? You see all around? It brings you right back to me. Look at my color. It may be dark, it may be bright, but it's to draw you to me and right back to here. You go around, you look around, and it draws you right back to me. And the other thing is, I am a male, so the voice is drawing you to me, and then on top of that, my presence, right? But here's the thing. If I was female and I was wearing this, you would be looking at these and not really me, and you wouldn't be paying attention much. You would hear the voice, the feminine voice, but you wouldn't see me like that. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but in my opinion, that's how I see it. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. Like, I'm not really seeing them play. Like, watch it. See?
Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu, who's
Watch it right there, right? That's what I see. I'm literally looking behind them. I'm looking at the artwork more than I'm looking at the players. Mute some of these stuff. Get rid of them. Just have a plain. The field should just be plain. Let the players be the one to get the eyes drawn to, and then out. Players, floor, out. Players, floor, out. You can actually do that in art. It's called there's a word for, I keep forgetting it. But when you're looking at an art piece, if you notice sometimes when you look at an art piece, you're not looking at one location. You look around. Wow, look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that. And it goes back around. That's what they teach us in art school, especially. You never want to make the art the center of everything. You want to be able to draw the eyes around. Even if I was to frame my artwork, the type of frame I would use would depend on how the artwork is. If it's an artwork that's very detailed and this and that, right, I'd make the frame detail and this and that. Why? Because guess what? Your eyes will be drawn to the art, then around the frame, back to the art, around the frame, back to the art, around the frame. That's how it should be. When I'm looking at this, I do not see the players. I see them in a blur. Like, I'm like looking at the basketball players, everything else. Basketball play, everything else. So I'm not really enjoying them playing.
Nike shoe has become one of the most popular sneakers in the market. The home team is loaded with stars too. DeWanna Bonner, Brianna Jones, and Alyssa Thomas. They all played in the WNBA All-Star Game a couple of weeks later. Another event that broke records, including in attendance and viewership. Jones is earning $212,000 in 2024. That's a long way from the about $49,000.
Okay, that's much better because that 2017, oh my gosh.
She made as a rookie in 2017.
From where I started to where I am now, just, I'm proud of that growth that I've made, just, to earn that kind of money.
Still, after the WNBA season is over, Jones goes overseas, often to a league in Europe to play a second season, mainly to supplement her income.
I'm getting paid to do something that I love year round, and that's great. But, as I'm getting older, my body's, feeling the constant, wear and tear of playing all year round.
Playing overseas has been a lucrative option for WNBA players for decades. Superstars like Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird were some of the first to be rumored to make more than $1 million per season in Europe, often in Russia. Phoenix Mercury star Brittany Griner did it too. She was detained for 293 days for possession of medical marijuana. Roughly half of the league's 144 players played in a second league in the winter of 2024.
We're never going to tell players what to do. Never going to tell them not to go overseas if that's what they want to do for them and their family. But, if you look at the 10, 11, 12th player on the bench who doesn't get...
Perfect. Okay, this is perfect. All right. You see her right there, the lady in black and white. The color she's wearing is perfect, right? It's black, but guess what? The white mutes it a little bit, so now you're looking at her face. When you look at the background, everything is bold in a way, but you see how they put that white whatever that thing is in the middle. It's a color that's a little bit mute, but it takes your eyes away from all that, all those colors, the paint, the purple paint, the books, all that, all those details kind of blur in the background, but you're looking at the actual people. You know why? Because that muted art piece they have, the white one with the spiral, whatever, that's right there, brings your eyes right back, and then you look at each and individual people that's talking. That's how they need to focus these arenas when they're setting it up for the players, and the colors they put on the players. That would draw your eyes to the players and allow you to actually enjoy the basketball game. All right, with that said, I gotta be out. Watch the rest of this. Links in the description, many more. Also, I don't know if you've tried it, but go to frackles.com. Frackles.com, right? Check out their screen printing stuff. It's amazing. Come on, come on, come on. Let's give an applause. Let's give applause to the ladies. Hopefully they start making more. You know what I mean? When somebody's really dedicated to their craft, you want them to succeed. All right, like, subscribe, Levi Apparel. I can't do too much of a live today. I gotta go. Yeah, it is what it is. Where's the mouse? There it is. There it is. That was a great show. Yeah. We gotta try to do more.